Hello, this is Mark from MWB Arts, and I'm part of the ArtSherpa design team. And today I'm going to be painting an ATC, and I kind of sketched it out lightly here. I might even erase it lightly so that it's not as bright with the pencil markings, because I'm going to use colored pencils today, and I don't want maybe some of these dark colors to show up on certain parts of it. And also, today I'm going to reveal the theme for the month of October. And I will do that in the process of, while I'm doing this ATC here. And there are 5 others, I believe, on the ATC design team. There's Stephanie from Deliberately Creative, Ian, the Off-Kilter Crafter, Nancy from Art by Fancy Nancy, and Tanya, Tartan Taz Creates, and of course Cinnamon Cooney, the ArtSherpa. And I said I'm Mark from MWB Arts, and you can I'll have some information on the description of where you can find their links to their YouTube channel. And you can probably also look them up on Facebook or Instagram. But what I'm doing today is I'm going to be doing a quick ATC. Well, I don't know how quick, and it may be sped up if it's too long. But ATC and color pencil, I decided. And I will also reveal the theme in just a little bit here. Let's get started here. First, I'm going to be starting with some grays for the background of this. And maybe also lightly erase, like I said. There we go, some of these extra marks on these sketch. Okay, so I gotta make sure and keep it underneath that camera, because you know, the ATC is only 2.5 by 3.5. And if you haven't been here before during this time, welcome. Make sure and hit like if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Comment if you have any comments of what I'm doing here. It's been a while since I've recorded a video, and sorry about that, but I'm busy with work also, so I will try to start recording videos more often. But right now I'm going to do an ATC. I think I'm going to turn off my little face cam, because you don't need to see my face the whole time. There we go. So each one of us will be revealing, hopefully, the theme and also an ATC of what they interpreted, their interpretation, and what they like to do for the theme. But you can do anything you want. Hopefully this will inspire you to get up there and being creative also. And make sure and check out their videos as they post them. Like I said, I'll have a link to their channels. And let me get started here. Like I said, this may be sped up because I have not done this even as a practice run, this particular drawing. As you can see, it looks like it's going to be some kind of dog, maybe a wolf, and some gal with a cape. And you might already have enough of a hint to figure out what this is. And once I get it going here, I will also tell you a little bit more about the theme, which I haven't revealed yet. The theme for this month of October is fairy tales. So my fairy tale theme is going to be Little Red Riding Hood. So Big Bad Wolf and Little Red. She's kind of maybe on a lower down on a hill, and she's smaller, and this wolf is big and mighty and scary. maybe she's on her way to Granny's house. We'll figure that out later on. So color pencils, it's been a while since I've got my color pencils out, and some people can do amazing detail on their color pencil work and make it realistic. Mine's more impressionistic, cartoon-like, not as realistic, but I have fun with it, and hopefully I can create something that is pleasing to the eye for you too. I am going to switch up here. First I was using a 50% gray, and maybe I need something a little bit less than that even. There's a 30% gray. Maybe this of these pencils, but there's sometimes when we have run into issues with breakage. So, but this pencil sharpener seems to do a fairly good job at, keeping the breakage down to minimal. So I'm working with some 30%, 50%, and a jade green color here for the background. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of that jade green in. You get greenery in the background. So I'm just going to put the background in first, and I've kind of already, like I said, sketched in the two main characters, the wolf, the little red, and a moon that will be up there. And I am going to try to do it light first for the background here, and then I will be streaking in some trees and just maybe a kind of interesting background with some little lines here and there through it, make it look like it's an old time photo or something like that, with some crackles and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just going to try to put the light color in here first. And, the wolf I may just do as a silhouette. And red, of course, well, she'll be the touch of color in this particular ATC. And the paper that I'm using today is a smooth Bristol paper ATC. It's from a sword pack from Strathmore. And that's all I really know about it. I'm not sure what weight it is. It feels pretty heavy duty. I mean, it's not made for water, but it's probably close to 90-pound weight, I guess. Something like a mixed media paper almost. Maybe a little bit lighter than that, but it's a shiny, smooth feel to it. And it's probably good for color pencil work, maybe pastel work, but pastel a lot of times likes a little more texture. But you could probably make it work too. And so the theme is fairy tales. So you could do any fairy tale is your favorite, in any medium that you want on your ATCs. They just have to be 2.5 by 3.5. And if you have not been a member of the ArtSherpa's ATC Club, you can also go there. I will leave a link in my description. Click on it and join. There's a Facebook group, and there's also and you can actually join that one, and it's free to join. And just follow the set rules that are in place. Be kind, curious, and have fun, of course. And if you are a non-paid member, you can put in 1 ATC a month, and you will hear the theme on the first of each month. And I think you need to put a loose stamp in the envelope with it also. And if you're a paid member, then I believe it's $10 for 3 months, so that comes to just about $3.33 a month, and that helps cover all your cards that go internationally, and supporting that. And then you don't need to insert a stamp in that one. And then I think if you read the description of when you get to the Facebook group or the other group on the ArtSherpa.com site, that explains a little bit more about the ATC Club. It'll tell you how to, what to put on the back of your card, like your name or your name that people know you on Facebook, and the theme, of course, and you can even put, I guess, the state if you want to, but there's some rules of what needs to be on that, and that needs to be sent out. I think close to the 28th, no later than probably the 28th of each month. So I'm going to send that out. Then you'll be sending it. I'll have the information of where to send it to also. And you can share your artwork of your ATCs that you've been posting and sending on that Facebook group also. And yeah. So I don't have my little brush with me, so I might be blowing occasionally the dust off. Sometimes you get a little bit of dust buildup. Yeah, I just want to put this on smoothly. I don't know how much more I'll be talking, or if I speed it up, because you may not want to see the whole thing in slow motion, or you may want to. I don't know. We'll see. If I can find enough stuff to talk about while I'm doing this, great. I need to start posting more things. Basically on my channel, I like to share my art journey. I mean, I've done acrylic pours. I've done color pencil work. I've done, I think, some watercolor, some acrylic. Just, my growth and my art journey. And I like to share what I've done with my art journey. And I'd love to see what you do with your art journey, too. So I joined a lot of different communities. There are ArtSherpa communities out there. And share my artwork there. On Instagram, I have a Facebook page that I share my artwork on. It's MWB_images, or MWB_arts. I had an MWB images when I was really into photography, and I may even still have that there. But my photography, I haven't done as much. Occasionally, if I go to a new location when camping, I'll still do more there. But lately, I have not posted much there. But MWB Arts, I post some of my original artwork, or artwork that I've worked on, maybe following a couple different tutorials from either Cinnamon or other artists out there. Okay, I got that soft background in. So now let's see what else here do I want to work on here. I want to work on let's try to make that moon a little more round, I guess, than it is, but it doesn't have to be perfectly round. Oops. And if you push too hard when these things are sharp, they will snap off. So I could have used a circle making template, which I have here, and I did not. Let's see if I got one close to that. Maybe I can round off the edges here a little bit using the template. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see. There we go. There, that might make some people feel better now. Let's see if I can erase some of that inside section of that now. color pencils don't always erase the best because of the pigment in them. So I will just have to work that in with a shadow or something on the moon. Maybe lightly get the edge there, kind of shaded. So let's see what else there. I want to work on maybe darkening the wolf here, maybe a dark brown to start with, and then he might end up becoming a complete silhouette since it's dark out and the moon's behind him. But for now, I will work on this wolf in brown first. And I'm kind of using a reference photo just to get the shape of a wolf, but you know, it's not gonna be the perfect, realistic-looking wolf, especially on a 2.5 by 3.5. And you know, it's gonna be more cartoony, kind of, because how often do you get a wolf really interacting with a human like that, staring him down? Instead, normally they would probably be afraid and not even be close to this little girl. But in the fairy tale, you know, the wolf, he approaches Little Red and he finds out. Now, I guess which fairy tale you listen to. Some fairy tales, you know, are more, I guess, more, what's the word? Scary than other fairy tales. You know, and some of them not as, they're more of a happy ending. You know, some fairy tales, you know, Little Red will talk to the wolf and say where she's going to see Granny, and she's sick in bed, and she's got to bring some goodies for her. And the wolf says, "Oh, okay, fine. Where's your Granny live?" And so then she kind of says, "Well, she lives in the woods, in a big house at the end of the woods." And so wolf says, "Oh, you be careful out there, because there's some strangers. Shouldn't be talking to strangers." Well, he's a stranger himself, but she's just a little naive about that. Doesn't think he's going to be any harm. So he goes there and he gobbles up Granny. So then Little Red goes there, of course, and most of you know the story. And Little Red goes there and, you know, says, "Ooh, look at you. Who's this guy in bed? This isn't my Granny. Granny, you've got big eyes and big teeth and big ears. What's going on here?" "Well, I'm not your Granny," says the wolf, "and I'm going to gobble you up." Well, but most people don't like to hear that story, unless you're for a good scare. And since it's October, hey, maybe it is time for a good scare. You know? So he gobbles her. Then the woodsman comes, of course, and sees this big fat wolf sitting there, and he kills that wolf and somehow pulls out Granny, pulls out Little Red, because they were swallowed whole, and somehow they survive. You know, it's a fantasy fairy tale, and but yeah. So with fantasy fairy tales, things happen like that. Am I still in the camera? Okay, I know it's hard to see sometimes because I'm working on such a small space. And, oops, and my tree's a little crooked too. Let's see if I can straighten that tree out. These trees, pretty much dead trees. They don't got leaves or anything on them. They're just kind of stick branches sticking out behind them. And then maybe the farther ones are a little bit lighter and skinnier because they're farther away from everybody. And yeah, so like I said, if I was to really take my time, I would maybe do circular motions with my color pencils, and fill in all of the white in the background. But I'm doing this because I enjoy sharing my journey with you, and my journey isn't the realistic journey of creating a real tree, a real, sometimes I'll follow a tutorial that has a little bit more real than this, of course, and paint it in acrylics or watercolor. But for now, this color pencil one I'm just going to do is kind of be a little bit on the looser side. I'll try to get some shading and stuff, a little red and stuff like that, the color reds. And maybe the wolf, I'll make him kind of gray and black. But start off with the brown outline just to get him in. So we'll start off with a light pressure of gray on the wolf. And then maybe I'll find some areas that I should shade him in real good to make him darker, closer to silhouette style. I'll leave a couple gray light highlights so you can see this wolf. Now I'm doing some of this circular motion here with the pencil, trying to fill in the fibers of the paper. And then, if you add more layers on top, and a little more pressure, and fill in more of that surface of your paper. And there are a lot of cool color pencil artists out there. And you just type in color pencil tutorials if you're interested in an actual tutorial. You can find a lot out there that are really, really good, and some of them are fantasy, some of them are realistic, and you name it. There's somebody out there for whatever you're looking for. And me, I'm just, like I said, sharing my art journey and being part of the design team, showing you a style of ATC that you can do. You can do it in color pencil. Like I said, you can go and find another one in our design team, and they'll probably do it in pastel or acrylic or watercolor, or maybe just pen and ink work or gouache. But they're out there, and make sure and check them all out, because there's some amazing artists in our design team also. I've been creating art for just over 3 years, and some of them probably been doing 8 years, some of them all their life. So each of us are at different levels in our art. So just sit back and enjoy me creating this one here. I think I will use a lighter color here for this farther away tree. Now, there's a lighter gray, 30% instead of 50. And that dark one in front here, it's brown, but maybe I'll make that one black, because it's more silhouette or something like that. Maybe I'll put some more black in that. Okay, so now let's see if I can find a darker color here to use. There's a dark umber. Maybe I can use that one. That's a couple steps below black, but still brown. Maybe I can use use that for some of the shading of the wolf. And maybe of the tree also to make it a darker color. Ooh, yeah, that darkens up that tree in front. Almost to a black type silhouette because it's a dark brown. So this tree is just maybe just behind that wolf, and so it's gonna be more visible. But all these are in a forest that are kind of dead. I guess the trees are all dead in this forest. Maybe there's a forest fire that went through, and there hasn't been any growth since the forest fire. Or maybe it's just a enchanted forest where nothing's been able to grow here for a while because maybe a witch or something came through, But that's another fairy tale. So, but yeah. So maybe I'll just put some of this brown in this back one here and this front one here. Okay, now let's get this wolf a little bit, areas where darker areas where, or maybe there's the light's not hitting from the moonlight as much. I don't know. So, how many of you out there are getting inspired by knowing the theme now of fairy tale? Make sure and share what you do on Facebook. In the comment section, you can tell me what you think your plans are after you watch this, or the other design team members. Like I said, it's been a while since I've recorded a video. Probably 3 or 4 weeks now. Probably the last time was when I did an ATC reveal of the theme last month. So it's probably been over 4 weeks. But summer's been busy for camping and work, and I got a 40-hour job, so my YouTube channel has not always been thriving with videos because of busyness of, like I said, summer for camping and work and stuff. But I will try to get in here more often in this studio and create some videos for you. Maybe I'll do a pour, maybe I'll do a watercolor or acrylics. We'll see. Maybe I'll do painted rock or maybe another ATC. So this wolf here, let's see here. Maybe you can see his other leg a little bit in the background. But it's right behind the other one, so it's just barely forward in front of the other one. So because it's farther back, maybe it's darker. And the front one, and maybe this back one too, you can see a little bit of it. But okay, what else here? Okay, so another one that's kind of really darn close to black is indigo blue. So maybe I'll use that. push a little harder this time and start blending some of these colors in with my warm 50% gray. And then maybe I'll come back with the white and see if I can get some highlights in, like maybe where the moon's hitting. Let's see here now if I can find my white. There we go. There's the white. So that's gonna put a little shine onto his back there. Yeah, maybe that's where the moon's hitting him a little bit on his back there. The top of his ear, and his face a little bit. And then maybe on one side of the trees here also, you got the white besides getting the white shine, also just blends in the colors a little bit. So, I hope that's still looking like a wolf. Let's see here. Maybe I'll define his snout a little bit again. And then point his hair a little bit again, because I think I was losing his snout and his ears. So, wow. So now I've got my beginning of the wolf, or maybe that's all the wolf is going to have. Let's see, how about the moon? Should we color the moon in kind of a light glowing color here? Maybe a cream first? Oops. Find my black. Not finding my black, but I can always add maybe some black with a technical pen here. Make it more multimedia, I suppose. Now I just want to put some scratchy lines throughout the thing here. Random spots, you know, so it doesn't look like it's a copy, whatever it's not a cookie cutter cut out, but the line's kind of random. Okay, so how's that looking so far? Pretty cool. Now I gotta work on red a little bit, so maybe I'll start with some lighter colors first on red. So starting off with, oh, maybe a poppy red. Poppy red's more of an orange color, but it'll get brightened up with a red color for her. A brighter red, or darker red, I should say, for her. Oh, what's that thing called? Her hood and cloak. So there's that. Okay, so I like put in some orange here for the whole thing. Pushing softly, because you want to push soft, because you don't want to damage the fibers right away without darkening and blending where you want it. Okay, so that was the poppy red. Maybe, let's see, this rogue red is a little bit darker. There we go. So you want to maybe get the darker areas where the fold is in her cloak. And wherever the shadows would be, I guess, which is usually in the fold areas of the cloak. And then the areas that are kind of raised would be a lighter color. So maybe I'll darken up that fold area with scarlet red. Where that really dark areas. And now back to the lighter color of the poppy red, and fill in a little bit more of her cloak. So it's not having as much of the white dots of the paper showing through. So, if you're just catching this video, for some reason you didn't catch the very beginning, the theme, which I announced, is fairy tales. That can be anything you want, but for me, Red Riding Hood was calling, and I wanted to do that one because, you know, it's October, and you think of it, Halloween a little bit, maybe in October or in the fall. Yeah, scarier type fairy tale. A lot of fairy tales can be pretty scary, even the ones that you think are cute are really, fairy tales came from like grim fairy tales, a lot of them, and there are some scary moments in those things where it's not always sweet, cute fairy tales like Disney as such, but some of the fairy tales you can read about are scary, and people don't always survive. Sometimes a death involved. Okay, what do I want to use for the red here? Yeah, maybe I'll put a little to start off. And maybe a salmon pink in her face. And her legs. There we go. And then take this technical pin now again. And just kind of get that face drawn in a little bit, outlined. And maybe her dress or cloak. So it's not just a color pencil, it's more mixed media because I'm using some technical markers also besides the color pencils. So I'm also using that technical pen, I think, to kind of sketch in the outline of the wolf, the big, bad wolf from the Red Riding Hood. And that was circled in, wasn't it? So let me do that with my circle machine here again. Ah, it moved. Okay, so am I still under the... Yep, still under the camera. What else can I do here with that wolf? Maybe I need to find a way of getting that wolf even darker again. There we go. Using that white blender pen, or white pencil, which some people use for blending. Brighten it up too much, maybe, for my silhouette. So, Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood. Fairy Tale. ATC. Maybe I'll do a little more touching up here. More poppy red. And some more of the... What other red here do I have? Rogue. Pivot. Oh, there goes more breakage. That's what happens when you get that tip so sharp. It just wants to snap up. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit of this color here, this salmon pink in the moon. Why not? Or even, let's see here. Maybe the background still needs to be. Darkened up maybe the background a little bit now again. Yeah, needed to darken that background up. It's nighttime, so we'll darken it up about some 50% gray. I went off camera, didn't I? So, who knows if all this is going to be recorded with audio or voiceover or sped up, but we'll see. I got quiet for a while there. And that's what I tend to do. Run out of things to talk about with you guys. There. Does that look a little better now? Let's see here. Maybe another tree? Yeah, another tree. Kind of in the distance or something. Maybe over here. So that tree's maybe, kind of close to, but not super close. It's not as dark as the one on the left there. Use this eraser to take off some of the dark color on the white. See here, I'm taking the white and kind of dragging it across the eraser just to pull off some of that darker color there. Seems to work. So now I can maybe use it to blend in that moon a little bit now. There we go. And maybe just to blend the background a little bit into spots here. It kind of pulls color in and drag the white across. So what do you think? Good? All right. Thanks. Okay, let's see. Where was I? Okay, so make sure and check out all the other people out there that are part of the ArtSherpa design team. And this was one of my October theme ATCs. I decided to do in color pencil work, and it was for the theme of fairy tales. And I chose Little Red Riding Hood, one of my favorite fairy tales to portray, and color pencil I played around with a bit, and just, I enjoy my art journey, and I love seeing everybody else's and get inspired by so many of you out there for when you post your artwork online. And let's see, maybe just a little touch up there, but make sure and watch others out there too. And have a good day. Do something creative. Put some color on canvas or an ATC. And I will talk with you later. I think I am done with that. Yep, I'm done. Thanks again. Enjoy. Make sure and like, subscribe, hit that bell if you want to see more of my videos when they come up. I know it's been a while, but I will try to record more videos more often. And yeah, just have a good day. Thank you. Bye.